Welcome to our podcast. What she said.
Hey, this is Audrey, and this is Courtney, and we are the Girls of 95.
Yeah. Girls of 95. Yeah. Yeah. Girls of 95. Oh, yeah.
Now we
record.
Now we talk.
Now we sing. And
now we dance.
Hello and welcome back to today's podcast. You know, something that's really funny that I realized just now.
What?
Okay, so the last time we recorded an episode, guys, it was like a month ago. We did like a big batch day where we recorded 5 in a row. Wasn't that bad, but
honestly, the one you just said, yeah, I have this one ready for next week. I was like, literally couldn't remember which one you were talking about. I was like,
no, because I had family in town, and so did Courtney, and then I had friends in town, so we were just like,
yeah, it was like 2 weeks, which is
a ton of them. So, but I just realized the episode that's going to be uploaded on Wednesday, so like this upcoming Wednesday. Today's the 3rd of April. The episode coming out on the 6th, you're wearing this t-shirt, and then the next episode, I'm wearing this t-shirt. So I would like to point out to any of the YouTubers, this is my t-shirt.
But also, I did wear it.
Yeah. Anyway, how has your week been?
It was good.
Your
By the way,
been?
this is even your year. No, this is Courtney.
Oh yeah, this is Audrey, and
we're gonna be. We need to get better about that. We need to start.
Yeah.
We need to figure out what we want to open with and say that every time. I guess we say that in our it's like a funny thing that Ryan says it in the intro. So I guess that's like.
Yeah, but Courtney, and that's Courtney, and then Audrey, and I'm Audrey.
Yeah, I feel like I have kind of a
give some identifiers.
Scratchier voice, like a little bit whinier.
Mine's a little bit more annoying, I think. Like
if you want to vomit when you listen to the voice, you know it could be Audrey or mine.
Yeah.
If you're just like, that's the worst voice
I will say too, if you listen closely and rant like things that actually make sense and are on point, that's Courtney's voice, and then me just saying yeah and then doing weird tangents, that's my voice. And that's just the
vibe of this whole podcast.
Yeah. Let me say too, we're in a self-deprecating mood this morning.
I woke up and I was just like, first of all, but I had a good week though. We'll get there, but we'll just be a little bit negative for a second. Yeah. No, I just woke up and I just could not get to sleep till super late the past 2 nights. Mm-hmm. Well, 3 nights, because I guess what night was it that I saw you? Friday. Yeah. Okay, so Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. I just felt like I've just been up super late. Friday night I was actually doing something, so that makes sense. But
yeah.
Anyway, I think I'm just like, there's no reason the other 2 nights. I just like was laying in bed awake or like on my phone or something, like literally doing nothing, like where I was like laying down for like hours, but I was just not asleep. And so that's when I really get like pissy because I'm like, it's my own fault. I need to put my phone down or I need to turn the TV off. Like last night I was binging Bridgerton.
Yep.
Season's not as good, but it's still good.
Yeah, it's not nearly as good. I have the last episode left.
I think I might have.
There's only 8 episodes, so
I think I might just have the last one too. I think I might just have the last one too.
Maybe that's what we'll do for our next episode. We'll watch the last epised and
we just comment on commentary. Anyway, no. Also, this episode isn't as sexy. I mean, this season.
That you in this podcast episode? Yeah, no, the season's not as sexy. I read somewhere it was like someone was like, "Okay, where's all the sex?" Because
there's nothing.
Like last year,
literally the first episode. That's why I almost didn't watch it last year because I turned on the first episode in the very beginning. It's the brother like, getting on with somebody. Yeah, and there was just like, which is not like what I don't need that in the show, but like also I understand they're trying to like build and it's supposed to like really build up and be like crazy, but I just feel like there was like multiple storylines where there was like romance or passion and sexiness. But
none of them were as good as the last.
No, I'm saying last season even.
Oh,
because the brother had his thing last season and then the other brother had his thing and then, it was just like there were so many, I feel like, I don't know, they just kind of changed the type of show it was for this season. It was weird. Yeah. Like they were much more like reserved.
I didn't realize this. I think it's a book series too though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but I can tell you the second book doesn't just automatically have. And also, how many times... Sorry, there's like something in my eye. Anyway, how many times do they take a book and really vamp it up for the show or movie? So it's like, it was a choice that they made, regardless of that. They could have put some other random thing in, or
I don't know,
pushed something.
Apparently, I read somewhere, because I guess, it's so weird because the queen has such a big part in the show, but she's not in the book at all, like whatsoever. And I keep hearing rumors that like the 3rd season's going to be about her love affair to the king, like whenever she's just like starting out and stuff. Like it's going to be her story, and it's going to go back, and it's going to have like all of like the parents and stuff.
As young.
I would die, because I bet that's going to be so sick and like so good.
Yeah,
that's what they need to do for the 3rd season. Because
I agree, because they've already built up these characters. Like,
yeah. So yeah, I don't know. And honestly, too, as much as, sorry, spoilers, guys, but as much, like Penn and stuff, and like the younger brother are like always obsessed with each other. But as much as I would love them to work out and get together, I just don't see it really.
No, I don't.
It's not going to be like, whoa, we need a story about Penn. Like,
no, it's just going to be
Penn
like,
already
good
has
for her. Yeah, her thing is already,
and her thing is already.
It's going to be her relationship is going to be the least dramatic part of her storyline.
It will be dramatic in the sense that I'm sure.
Does she not bug you so bad whenever she's like about the guy?
Yeah, she's always like.
She's like, yeah. So like, your travels, and I'm like,
I will say though, you're sure you only have like, I mean, this happens early in season 2, happened. But like, I am excited to see the younger sister though with that dude or whatever.
Too. No,
that
me too.
That would be a good next season, I guess.
Yeah,
because it's going to be her being all like, I'm running away from my family probably, and like it'll be good.
I think that would be good, and also that's a good storyline because they're like, she's and going to be in love with somebody out of her class and all that stuff.
And to see her in love, because she's just like, I hate love.
Yeah, she literally just doesn't care. It's not even that she hates love. She just like,
F that.
Women's rights, Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, we really went on a Bridgerton tangent.
We did. Honestly, I feel like that wasn't too long, though. We only been talking for 6 minutes.
Good to know. But anyway, besides that, how's your week been?
My week has been honestly pretty good. It's been, I feel like, there's a lot going on. At work, it was really busy because we had like this big field trip planned for the kids that's been working in the works for a long time. And it honestly, like everybody kept saying, it's like this big field trip that everybody in the area like goes on, like anybody who grew up here, like all the teachers and stuff went to. And what's funny is, I don't know even who it was, but there was like a celebrity or like influencer type person. I swear I saw this on Instagram like a year ago, just like someone I just randomly followed. Weird. Like a girl, and she was like just on her stories, and it was like, ask me questions or something, and she said something about Enterprise Village, which is where we went, and she was just saying like it was the best day. It was like where all the kids like have jobs, and they're like in a little, it's so cute. Like it was the best day. It was the most, it was like one of my favorite teaching days ever. Honestly, it was amazing. It was so cool. Good. Anyway, so that's, if you're in the Florida area, that's I'm sure those people can relate, because Enterprise Village was so fun. But other than that, just some like, I don't know, I feel like there's been some kind of like, I was gonna say something, but I don't want to, about family stuff, so we're just gonna forget about that. Anyway, yesterday I went thrifting, and that was so fun.
Did you go with Emily?
No, Emily was hanging out with some of her other friends. They went kayaking. They invited me too, but I was just like, I do not feel like doing physical activity all day. Like that honestly is something I was like, yes, I would love to, but I was just like, it was supposed to rain and be rainy yesterday. I was like, I don't feel like it. I'm sorry. And I also don't feel like, I just didn't feel like it yesterday. Anyway, and so Liz and Lauren and I went.
Oh, nice.
That's really thrifting. Fun. Actually, we just planned on getting like brunch. We went to Sweet Sage. Yeah. And it was so good. And it was just like a cute little time. They're like, well, do we want to do anything else? I was like, well, we could go like thrifting or something. Because we were just talking about like, I was talking about making something for my room and whatever. And they're like, yeah. So we ended up going to not the big Goodwill that you brought me to, but a different one. By Gandhi.
Yeah, that's by my old house. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one that Lauren goes to, I know.
Okay, well, I had never been there because I thought we were going to the other big one. Anyway, but
that one's a good one. That's where I get most of my like dresses and skirts. I feel like they always have a good selection.
Okay, and then there was one like just like a couple minutes on whatever the road is down there by Indian Rocks in Reddington or whatever, a little vintage store. I almost brought what I got over because there's one thing you're going to be like,
dang.
Yeah. I got like a
describe it.
Y2K, like early 2000s. It's like literally a like pale yellow velour tracksuit.
Yeah, I want that.
I know.
I literally,
I need to get some photos like with our camera and be like.
I know. I used to have a lot of velour tracksuits, like the juicy ones, but they weren't real juicy. They were fake juicy. I had so many of them. Like when I lived overseas, it was kind of crazy. They have this like bazaar type place, and it's like you basically go into this building and then you go down like a secret staircase, and then like, I'm not kidding, like this is real in like Egypt and in Dubai. And you go down like these secret staircases, and then you go like up a staircase, and then you like go down another staircase, and you're in like this tiny room that's like literally smaller than this room. And there's just like bags and clothes, and like it's all, not all of them are fakes, most of them are fake. Some of them are stolen goods from like Louis Vuitton and Chanel and stuff. But that was always like a crazy time. But I remember I just had all the velour tracksuits. I had like, they had one pattern. Like, I know they probably have, like, obviously it's all kind of the same, but, like, on the back they would have different things, right? No, this was always just, like, the same standard whatever. And I had it in every single color. Like, I think I had 12 colors of the velour juicy tracksuits.
Did you wear them mostly when you didn't live here? Because I don't remember them.
Yeah, I wore them a lot when I was in Dubai.
Oh, yeah. Audrey sent some gems of photos I'll be sharing to the Insta so soon, too. That was pretty good. When you sent those, I was like, I literally, like, laughed out loud. I was
There's
like,
probably more.
Oh, no.
There's probably more, but...
Anyway, but the thrifting was I feel like sometimes I really, like, it was a good thrifting day. And some days I'm just like, this whole place smells kind of like a mothball. You know what I mean?
For me, it's always a good thrifting day.
Not for me, because I just don't. I already just have so much excess in like every area, but like much more limited space.
Yeah.
So when I buy things, that sometimes I'm just like, oh, I did not need to get that, or you know, whatever. So a lot of times if I do buy something, it's like something that's not from a thrift store, because it's like I don't need it. It's something I'm like, oh, I really wanted that one thing. We've already had the conversation before.
No, actually, Ryan and I had this conversation yesterday. He was just like, do you really love Goodwill that much? And I was just like, I thought about it, and I was like, okay, my favorite pair of jeans I got at Goodwill. My favorite skirts, those like 2 black skirts that I wear ad nauseum, got it at Goodwill. All my favorite t-shirts, got it at Goodwill. Yeah. Like, I thought back to all the things I've gotten at Goodwill, and I'm like, that is legit my favorite store. And I think it'll always be my favorite store.
I feel like I need to do like a little haul, because honestly it was so good. Yeah. I only got like 5 or 6 things though. Like it wasn't very, but I was also there with 2 other people, and we were like shopping. Like I was picking stuff out for them as well. And Lauren was really killing it. Like, first of all, she knows the store, I think, really well. So she was like knowing kind of like where to go. And I was like, but no, like literally found some Zara jeans for Liz. Like literally fit her perfectly. It was like
that's
$4. Yeah.
No,
and just
you need
like
to go with me, because I don't think we've ever really been thrifting, which is weird.
I know. We haven't.
I only go with Emily or by myself usually.
Yeah. And I feel like there was a day that we were all gonna, like you and Emily were gonna go, and you're like, you can come or whatever. And I like had something else going on or whatever, and I just didn't go. But yeah, it was so fun. I will say though, if you ever want to just like go thrifting and really just feel like good about yourself, go with Liz, because she's like #1 hype queen. I'm not even kidding. She's just like, how do you have your eye and all this stuff like that? Yeah, because I'd be like, I literally would like go off by myself, and I'd come back, and Lauren was like, oh my gosh, girl, you did not just find that. And Liz was like, literally, how do you find this? Or how do you have that? How could you see that? Because she's like, literally, let me try that on, because I know it would not look the same on me. It was just funny. Yeah. Because I got this, like, I went to the men's section. That's where I always feel like the stuff that I really like from thrift stores is in the men's. But I got, like, 2 button-up shirts, but one of them literally is, like, a dress.
Fun.
On me. And it's, like, hang on. I just have to show you, like, because Lauren sent me, she's, like, literally this. And it's, like, exactly this. Oops, yeah. Anyway, but I also got some other things, but mostly tops. But yeah,
nice.
It's like this. That's what it looks like.
Cute.
I know. I was like,
cute.
It's so cute. I can't wait to like wear it somewhere. Anyway,
but I've been thrifting forever, and it's just like I wish I could be transported back into a time where nobody cared about Goodwill. I mean, I'm happy that people like sustainable fashion now, and they're willing to.
Yeah, if it was gatekeeping though, I understand what you're saying. Like, I wish I could gatekeep, because that's the thing too. Is it's like my favorite. I literally have a pair of shorts. The only pair of shorts I ever wear, like denim shorts wise, is a pair of Levi's we bought from Goodwill. Yeah. And cut off whenever I was like 17. Yeah. Were we even that old?
Yeah, we were. I mean,
we were young.
Like that. Yeah.
But I mean, I still wear them every single day. No, it's
crazy. Even when I first moved down here, which was, how long have I lived here? 4 years?
I lived here almost a year. You lived here almost 4 years?
Have I? Yeah. Something like that. 3 or 4 years. I don't know. I've been here for a while.
I think it's
But I remember even going to Goodwill like back then, and I could find so much more clothing and stuff, and now it's just like it doesn't hit the same.
No, and also it's different when you go in and you see other young people.
No, that's what I'm saying. I go into like Sunshine Thrift and everybody looks exactly like me, and then furthermore, so many businesses have been started around like thrifting and stuff, and I just know, like, I could see them grabbing like 100. Like one time I even went in and this guy was just like, I don't feel like waiting in line. I feel like you're the same vibe as me. Do you want this t-shirt? And that was kind of a cool day. But like, yeah, like half the people in there just buying stuff for their business, which is also very cool. But
yeah,
I remember the time where I could just go in and literally do my whole wardrobe just in Goodwill stuff.
Yeah.
Not like I still don't have luck. It's just not the same.
No, like, it's just a lot more sifting through because
everybody loves it. But that's a better thing. I mean, I honestly would rather have that than have a ton of clothes go to landfill, I guess. So, you know, it's all in good fun anyway.
Yeah.
No, but my day yesterday was really fun. It was our anniversary, and it was really funny because Ryan's about to like leave to go to Tallahassee where we're moving, and we only have like a couple more weekends before he leaves, and he'll be back on the weekends and stuff, but we're just trying to like get as much house stuff and updating done as we can. And so yesterday it was our wedding anniversary, and our plan was that we were literally still gonna just like work on the house all day and then maybe go to like our favorite restaurant for dinner, and then that would be like it for our anniversary. But I really wanted to go into the day of just like updating and getting stuff done and crossing stuff off our list and stuff. And so we like woke up and we went to Lowe's and stuff. We got a pressure washer, which was super fun. Nice. So now we can pressure wash stuff. I'm really excited about that. But afterwards I was like, okay, let's go back and like we're going to hit the ground running. We're going to start cleaning stuff or whatever. And he was just like, no, I think we should be done by like 1 p.m. And I just kept like fighting him. I was like, no, like this is a big day that we can like use to like get stuff done. I was like, I think we should go till 5 and then we could go get dinner and like whatever. He had plans.
Yeah. So you should, literally as soon as you said that, I was like, he has something planned.
I don't know, probably, but I was just like so mad because I was like, no, we're just gonna like sit on the couch and do nothing. Like I know it's our anniversary and like we should relax, but like no, I want to get stuff done. And anyway, he was just like, no, bitch, he didn't say bitch, I did. But he was like, we're gonna stop at 1. And so finally, like we did, and I was getting ready, and he was just like, hey, like we need to leave really soon. And I was like, okay. Like I was still trying to get ready and stuff. And finally got out the door, and then I found out we were getting massages or whatever for our anniversary.
Oh.
So we went and we got massages, and then after that, that was about like an hour and a half. Then we went to our favorite restaurant, Italy Bottega, and we got
I was just singing Italy Bottega's praises last night.
It was like we went there at like 4, which was kind of fun, like 3:34.
Because there was like nobody there.
Yeah. Well, no, actually there was quite a bit of people there, but it was just like nice eating such an early dinner. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then after that, we were like, okay, so we actually ended up going to the interactive art thing that you told us about.
Dang it.
I know. I got up to the like front thing to pay. I didn't go
yesterday just because I thought we would go.
No, I went without you. I'm sorry. I got up to the thing too, and I was like, it's going to be really awkward if my friends show up because I totally stole their plan for my anniversary. But we didn't know what else to do. So we went that. And then we went to, I know, I'm sorry. And then we went to get like bougie crazy milkshakes. So we got that. And then we came back and we just watched movies. But it was just a really nice anniversary. I apologize that I went to the interactive art thing without you. Honestly, it was really fun, but we kept just getting, like, we kept being boomers, and we were, like, annoyed at all the young people because literally, like, you go through all of these different rooms, and in every single one, you see, like, a hoe, like, at every single one, and I was just like, I'm so effing pissed at this because it just makes me so mad. I mean, it's fine. You can take pictures in it. You're supposed to take pictures. But it was like, no, it was like, we're going and we're getting Instagram, and that is the only goal today. Like, they weren't even looking at the art. They were just like...
Yeah.
It annoyed me so bad. It's like, it would be one thing if it happened a couple times, but it was like...
The entire time.
Everybody pretty much who was there was doing that, and they were all like 20, and I don't know. I just got so angry for no reason. Well, the thing is, it would be one thing if you get a picture. Okay, put your tits out, get a good Insta pic, and then like move on. But they were in there for 20 minutes.
Here's the difference too, guys. And we're not trying to be judgmental, but also I don't care because I'm judging.
Yeah.
And
I'm in my late 20s. I don't give a rip.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, I don't know. People can get mad at us all day long, or me, because I cannot speak for you, but that's not my taste. I'm not here to like post sexy Instagrams, okay? So whenever I go somewhere and I'm trying to enjoy something, trust me, like there's literally times where I'm like, I wish I literally could have gotten such a cute photo there, like I probably should have, but I was just literally enjoying my time, so I didn't, and that's literally normal and fine. It's also okay to go and be like, it'd be so cool to get pictures at this place, like let's go there and get some pictures, like that would be so cool.
No, and I think it's fine.
That's fine too, but like there's just something about going and seeing somebody, kind of like the same thing about seeing someone do like TikTok trends in the street. Like it's just the same thing where it's like it's not my vibe, so I'm gonna get annoyed about it. And it's like your cup of tea does not have to be my cup of tea, and that can be annoying. Especially it's like if I'm trying to enjoy this thing and like you're now in the way, like, and you also, to me, you look stupid. So I don't know. I don't care if people don't think that's funny.
It just really annoyed me for no reason.
I think it's like, annoying every time. I was just like, okay.
I've even like stopped and taken, like, we took pictures in there, like Ryan and I did, but it wasn't like, okay, we're gonna go and we're gonna have a photo shoot, which is also, I guess, fine, but it was just taking me off because every single room we went into, some girl was trying to get a photo shoot and trying to get like her Insta likes up, and it just drove me insane.
Yeah.
I really think I could never live in LA. Like, ever.
Oh yeah, that's exactly the difference.
That's exactly what I kind of.
That's exactly the difference. It's the same thing where it's just like, because we're saying things and it's like everybody's guilty of it.
Oh yeah,
because like obviously we literally we go and like have a photo shoot places for our Instagram for this. So it's like, I'm not saying you can't do those things. I'm just saying like, I also am like, okay, well I wouldn't go out and do something publicly that I would just think somebody else looks so, and I don't even get embarrassed. It's not because I be embarrassed, it's just because I'm just like, that's just icky ick.
But you're right, it's the same kind of thing as like doing TikToks in public.
And it's just like,
but there's also differences, like maybe we're just trying to be the funny girls, I don't know, but like I would go and do a TikTok in public if I was being like really funny. But I wouldn't be like I don't know, I just can't be serious about it, just like I don't know, it just makes me so ick.
I know, it's cringe to me.
So it's, we're talking out of our ass and we really don't even need to, but it gives me the ick. Really bad.
And you know what? It doesn't ever, obviously it's a really popular, there's so many people doing it, but it's the same exact way I felt the other day whenever we went. So our friend had a birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, so everywhere you go, you're obviously, there's gonna be people, like, you go someplace and you're like, wow, we have a lot in common with the other people who are visiting this place, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna get there anyway. So for her birthday, we went to this pool club, okay, in Tampa, and it's literally just like, it's like a rooftop kind of, it's not even rooftop, it's just like this big like pool area, but it's like a club. Anyway, she had a great time and it was fun and everything, and I was fine too, but I'm just saying, it's like, the reason it's not my vibe, it's not because there's like it's a beautiful day and there's a pool that's really nice and cute and it's right on the water and there's like music. It's just the fact that it's like 99% of the people there were like huge fake boobs, huge fake lips, full face of makeup.
The full face of makeup.
Full face of makeup, full hair extensions, swimsuit with high heels. Like,
swimsuit with high heels.
Okay. Yeah. That's the same type of thing where it's like, okay, I also chose to come here because it sounded like a fun thing, but it's like, me and you are not the same.
No, man, that really gets me. Like, they'll never even get in the water at all, not even to dip their toe. Like, that's... Yeah. I can't. Not saying you got to go and just like swim laps in the pool, you know what I'm saying? But it does really drive me crazy if you're wearing high heels, a full face of makeup in the sweltering Florida heat, and it's like you can't even put your toe in the water because you got to keep the aesthetic.
Yeah. See, I was just like,
I cannot.
Yeah, that's the only thing to me where I was just like, oh, okay. Yeah. Also, I never want to hear club mix.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I kept saying, oh, this. You know what? And that's the thing, too. I think if they would have been playing, like, freaking, like, early Cyndi 2K hip hop or Cindy Lauper.
That'd be better.
You know what I'm saying though? They're like playing Snoop Dogg or something, or like, you know, just like wedding reception songs, honestly. Like Audrey's wedding reception songs, not anywhere. Like I don't want to do YMCA or anything like that, but like that just, it would have changed the whole vibe. But that's exactly what I'm talking about, where it's just like
I can't.
People can really just not be it sometimes. No, it's like they're not. It's like if you go talk to them, they're probably like a nice person. I'm not saying they're like the scum of the earth, but it's just, I don't know. It's not what I love about society.
Yeah. I mean, and two, we obviously care about what people think of us, obviously.
Yeah.
But we also don't. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I know some people can't just get there. Like, they're not comfortable enough to just. But literally, it's like the girl, even if she didn't want to wear makeup, she must wear makeup because she has to look hot at the pool club. And I'm just like, homie, like, just take it down a notch. I don't know.
Yeah. Like, I won't say it. It's not like I showed up like.
Look, you know.
It's not like I showed up ready for swim team or something like that. Like, I looked cute. My hair was, like, done or whatever.
Yeah, you still look cute.
But I put blush on. But I'm just saying it's like. I literally just went and was like, okay, well, I look a little bit haggard this morning and I'm going to like a club, so I should probably like look a little bit presentable. But I was wearing like my cutoff shorts and flip flops, and then I showed up and I was like, wait, I don't think I got the memo at all.
Oh, was everybody?
No, I mean I looked fine. No, I looked fine.
Just in
like
general,
other people, I was just like, oh,
the heels.
Yeah, I was like, oh, there's little people wearing like.
I can imagine
here.
it too. It's like they have the biggest boobs. They're wearing like the tightest, skimpiest swimsuit. They look bomb, like they do. And then they have a long kimono and they've got big sunglasses, their hair all curled and big makeup, and their gold high heels.
It wasn't even
I imagine gold strappy high heels.
It was like one girl had like her swimsuit was like all like rhinestones.
Got it.
That wasn't like everybody there either though. I'm just saying that when you can go someplace and like find that there though, that's.
Yeah, I didn't go to the pool club. We had friends in town, so we didn't go to the pool club, but
it was a really fun time.
Would be a sight to see.
I had a great time, but it was because the people I was with, like they were just fun.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. We cannot relate, I don't think. I don't think we're the pool club type.
No.
We're like.
Also, I was like, I didn't drink at all, really. So I was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so that. We kind of got off topic, but Audrey's little bit that she was saying kind of was leading in today. So today, in spirit of Audrey and Ryan having their anniversary. Wait, is your anniversary not on April Fool's Day?
No, so our dating anniversary is on April Fool's Day. Our marriage anniversary is the day after April Fool's Day.
Oh, yeah. Because on April Fool's Day, one of my kids came to me the first thing in the morning. Like, I forgot it was April Fool's Day. And she was like, this holiday, my mom's in the hospital. And I was like, oh no, I'm so sorry. Like, what happened? She's like, April Fools. I was like, okay.
Savage.
That's pretty good. She's like, wasn't that so funny when I said my mom was in the hospital? I was like, no, it wasn't. Girl.
Man, kids are so fun.
I was like, I wouldn't be saying that because like that's just bad juju to me.
That's anyway, but yeah, today we're gonna talk about how Ryan and I met and
do a deep dive
story.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have some questions as we go.
Okay.
Because here's the thing, not everybody's in the same. This was our couple episodes ago. We're not all in the same boat. We're not all in the same area of life and stage of life. So I feel like. If anyone's in the same boat as me, or I mean people who are in marriages and relationships too, it's like it's nice to hear like the meet cute and how people met and like their relationship story. And it's even better now because Ryan's not in here to defend himself and we can just say what we want about him.
Yeah.
But I think it's nice like hearing how people met and like I don't know, because I just think whenever you're still like out in the dating world, you just kind of forget what it's like to really like somebody.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at, where I'm just like, there's not been anybody.
I say all the time, I wish we could. I'm so happy with the life we have. I wouldn't trade it. I honestly wouldn't want to go back, just the fear of changing anything. Yeah. But I would love to just be that like about someone again, you know, like, but just go back and kind of like spend a day where we didn't know we liked each other yet. We were too nervous to say something, and but we still knew we liked each other. Like going back to that feeling where you just feel like you're on a roller coaster.
No,
all the time.
I've said that before too, because I mean I was in a serious relationship, and I remember just being like, I just wish I could go back and be a fly on the wall to like when you first met the person, like someone you really, really cared about or really liked.
I think I would cringe so hard though.
I would too, but you know what? It's just like there's something so good about like just meeting people that open up different parts of you like that though.
Yeah.
You know
but
what I
I've
mean?
said multiple times too, I never felt truly comfortable in my own skin like around guys until like me and Ryan dated for a while. Like literally I couldn't even really talk to a male at all. So I just like I think I would cringe
She says
so
that,
hard.
but guys, she's just saying it's like she could talk to like she could like speak to a guy, but it's just like she wasn't being herself.
At
like
all.
That's what I mean. It wasn't because like I feel like there's some people that are like run the other way.
Yeah.
But you weren't like that. You were just like...
No, I mean, I guess I could get through it, but the whole time I felt like I was going to poop my pants.
Right. You weren't like... But you weren't just like going, enjoying yourself, being yourself. Like, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I think I would just cringe hardcore if I went back. But anywho, let's set the scene for the story. So I am in my sophomore year of college, and Ryan is in his junior year of college. Basically, like right before that too, I feel like I dated a lot of people in high school, like randomly, or like that's where most of my dating happened.
Yeah, it was just like a bunch of just like short, like
very short. Like I think the longest relationship in high school I had was 3 months, but I felt like I could just kept having like, especially junior and senior year, it was just like,
you just
I broke up with
this guy for a little bit, and now you're gonna talk to him for a little bit.
Yeah, so I feel like I was dating a lot more then. And then whenever I went to college, I obviously like kept trying to meet people and stuff, but it just wasn't happening. My freshman year roommates, they all had boyfriends from back home. So, and they were like my best friends. So I typically we wouldn't go out together and stuff. And then I would go out with my sorority sister sometimes. Then I always just got super ick. And then I just like went home because I just felt like I wasn't comfortable, and we weren't really big partiers in high school at all. So I felt so uncomfy that I was just like, no, I'm going to come home back to my best friends in my dorm because they're watching movies, they're having fun, we're watching Grey's Anatomy, it's gonna be great. So I really didn't really, go out very often, and basically in college I really just like, I didn't even date. It was like 2 days, but I really only had like one dating guy or whatever that I had before I met Ryan, and it was a really bad situation, and luckily I got out of it and everything, but that was like basically a week of just a really bad situation. And then after that I was like, okay, I'm never dating again. Like I'm not gonna try. Like after that was into freshman year, and I was just like, this is so stupid. Like I'm done trying to do something. Like I'm just gonna literally, that's kind of like when I had my spring awakening moment. I was just like, I'm a fucking catch. I'm having fun with all my friends. Like I'm about to move into my sorority house sophomore year. Like I'm just gonna have so much effing fun, and I don't give a rip if it's not cool or if it's not whatever. Like I'm gonna do what I want, and I don't care. And so then I came back for summer, and then I came back sophomore year, and I was like living in the sorority house, and it was honestly like so much fun because it's just like 35 best friends that you can just hang out with all the time and whatever. And I remember too, like I was literally so lame though, because like I said, I didn't go out with those girls a lot freshman year, and even though I was friends with them, we didn't really build that. Everybody went out freshman year, and I didn't, so like very often. So I felt like
it wasn't like you weren't friends, but they were all like closer because they'd been
exactly. So, but I remember I would like host movie nights and stuff, and we still were really close, but it was just in a different way. And so I literally wasn't meeting guys. I wasn't doing anything, but I was doing everything in my power just for me to have fun and me enjoy my time. And I was like, if I'm going and I'm gonna watch a movie with my friends, I don't care that it's not cool. I'm gonna do it anyway because that's what I want to do. So. F everything. I don't care. Then, I think after that, maybe I tried to date another guy or something and it didn't end up well. I don't really know, but I remember it was around Valentine's Day, and I went to go watch How to Be Single with some of my sorority sisters. And even that, like, it empowered me more. And I was just like, yeah, I don't give a rip. Like, I don't care anymore. I've literally, since I went through puberty, I've been trying to have a boyfriend, and I don't care anymore. So right after that, then like, I think it was like 2 days later, I think we saw that like on a Wednesday or something. And then 2 days later, it was like Saturday. or yeah, whatever. And we were all, I remember it was like a really, really like unseasonably warm day in Missouri. So we were all out on our lawn, like kind of just sunbathing, like enjoying the time. And I remember one of my sorority sisters, she had got back from a darty, like a day party, and she was like super drunk and kind of making an ass of herself on the lawn. And so we were all outside trying to like make sure she didn't do anything to, you know, make the sorority look bad, or I could get into a whole tangent about all of that. It was kind of a crazy time, but we were all outside, like making sure that she was okay and everything. And like my roommate Nia and I too, like we also never did anything. We like, we literally, I think we were watching what was it? Like Laguna Beach. Like I think we were watching Laguna Beach. Like one of my other sorority sisters had like the whole box set, so we were like, oh my god, watching that. So we took a break from Laguna Beach and we like went outside to like go hang out with the girls. And this car just like drove by and they were like, hey, it was like a whole bunch of guys, and there were a whole bunch of Theta Chi's, which was like the really good fraternity at Missouri State. I guess it doesn't matter that I said the school anyway. And I was like, oh my god, they're so hot, like I must hang out with them. But they drove by and they were like, hey, let's have a game night or whatever. So they went and they parked their car, and then they walked over and like we had a game night. And like all these just like hot guys like walked through the door, and I was like so pumped. And so basically, and that's Ryan was one of those guys. And so he walked through the door, and the funny part was too, I think about like a month before or so, I swear I saw him at this thing called Serenades. So basically, the older people in the fraternity, they'll bring their new pledges, and they basically have to like serenade the sororities. Like they come to every single sorority house. I feel like you've seen that in like movies and stuff. Yeah, and they just sing songs, and it's a really fun time. Like I love serenades. I would always come downstairs. I'd be like first one to watch because they're just so entertaining and so nice and whatever. And I remember him like singing. He was the new member, Ed, and I swear to God that like he stared at me, but still to this day he was just like, I don't know. Like he won't tell me yay or nay. But anyway, I swear I had saw him because he had really, really long hair and he was really goofy. And I was
seriously, like, Ryan had a distinctive look because he had like long curly hair, like
his hair was longer than like mine right now, or probably as long as mine right now. Like it was very
but curlier,
long, but it was curlier. And he was just, you know, so cute. And I remember how like goofy and nice and stuff he was like in the serenades.
So I've always heard the story as it was him.
Yeah.
So to you, it was him. I'm just saying, it's like you're telling me right now that it wasn't, or you're saying that he wasn't singing to you.
I don't know. He never has confirmed.
But it was him there.
But it was him there.
Oh, okay. And it was the way you said it, I don't know why in my brain I was like, wait, was it not him?
No, it was him.
Oh,
he was,
okay.
But I don't know. I was like, maybe I made that up in my head. Like, but I swear it was him. And he kept looking at me. And I was like, this guy's really cute. And he keeps looking at me.
I'm confused. Was he there for sure? Or you're telling me that's what
he was there at the serenades. I just don't. I have no confirmation that he was looking at me or singing to me or that.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
And he's never confirmed it either. He honestly probably doesn't know because he's just such a hoe or something. He's just singing all the girls.
Was like,
no. Anyway, okay, that was a long tangent. But I remember I saw him walk through the door, and I was like, I remember that guy from Serenades. Like that's the guy that stared at me. I swear. And so the whole night after that, I just kept trying to like be near him. And the funny thing was too, he also like felt
the old be near him trick.
I know, but
girls, we are all. Do you guys do that? Because girls do.
Ryan did that to me too. He like also after like minutes, he was just like, I got to be by that girl. I don't know what it was. It was crazy.
See, because I've definitely done that.
But there was like a lot of us. There was probably like 10 Theta Chi's or so, and then like probably 30 Alpha Chi. No, probably not that many, but there was quite a bit of us that were all there. I don't know, but we were playing. I don't know if you guys ever played the game Mafia. Do you even know what Mafia is?
I mean, I've heard of it, but I've never played.
It's kind of like Guess Who It Is. You know, you have these cards and you all like put your heads down and then you like look at a card. If it's like a certain suit or whatever, then you become like a mafia member. The whole goal of the game is to just find who the mafia member is.
It's Among Us, real life.
It's basically Among Us, yeah. And so we were playing that, and I was just like the whole night I was just like mesmerized by him and just like trying to talk to him, trying to whatever. So anyway, so then he left and I was like, wow, that was the greatest night of my life. I went upstairs.
I'm getting like so much serotonin from the story. Go.
But I remember going upstairs, and it was really fun in the sorority house because you would literally like afterwards, like I remember running through the halls and I was just like, oh my god, I'm in love. And like all the girls were like, you're in love, you're in love. Like it was just like a big party of just people like amping you up all the time, which was really fun. But I remember going back and I was just like, guys, oh my God, like I must find this guy, like whatever. And so I looked on Instagram and I could not find him because Ryan doesn't have an Instagram. And then I was like, shit, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'll ever get to like see this guy again. Like we didn't exchange, it wasn't like we were talking enough to exchange numbers, but it was more so just like we talked enough to be like, I knew
you knew
about
you were,
him and stuff, but we didn't make any plans or anything. And so, and then like at a last ditch effort, like I hate Facebook, but I got on Facebook and I saw I had a friend request from him. And I literally like,
that's the best.
I was jumping up and my down and I like started running the halls, like screaming, like I was so excited. And then like 3 of my friends like walked up to me and they were like, Aud, like he added me too. Like, so basically he added all of the girls that were there. Later, I found out he added me first because he also really liked me, but then he thought it was really creepy just to add me. So he added all the girls that were there to be nice and like not be weird. But the whole time we were like,
but I would be crushed. I'd be like, oh,
no, literally I was so crushed. Like I was on such a high and then like completely dropped because it was like, okay, well, he just added everybody to be friends. Like he doesn't, whatever. But anyway, so then that passes. I go to bed. I'm really sad and whatever. I wake up and it's another beautiful day in Missouri for a February. It's crazy. So we're all outside, literally tanning on the lawn, like just enjoying the day. And I just kept like, I could not stop thinking about him. I was just like, wow, like I know that he probably doesn't even like me, but I don't care. Like I'm going to shoot my shot. So I got on Facebook and I messaged him and basically we made a fake.
And that's on Girls Making the First Move.
That's on Girls Making the First Move. But well, technically he did. He added me as a friend, but he kind of botched it because he added everybody
You made
else
the first
too.
move.
Yeah. But anyway, I got on my phone and I messaged him and basically me and the girls crafted that we were going to make another game night and it was going to be a fake game night. It's not like fake, like everybody had a really fun time, but we were strategically making this game night so me and him could hang out. So I messaged him on Facebook and I was just like, hey, like us and the girls, like we had a really fun time with you guys last night. Like, do you want to come over for a game night? We want to do it again. Like literally it was so much fun. And he messaged back like, I felt like it was forever later because he was actually going hiking with his guy friends. And so he finally got service and he was just like, oh, hey, bad service, just text. And then he sent me his number. Anyway, and then I invited him over for the second game night. And he said too, he was like, it was so funny because I would love to get his perspective on this because I honestly don't know. But apparently like all like that night, whenever I asked him, all of his guys too came so that him and I could meet. It was like the whole sorority and fraternity was like trying to get us together. Obviously, they would have fun and do it too, but like
they're like, do we go for you? Yes,
but they're going for us or whatever, which was crazy. And so, and then basically we had another game night and like him and I like started talking a lot more. I remember like I would not leave his side basically. Like I was always by him with him, like trying to get the convo going. And then we started texting after that and stuff. But then that was just the time where we literally had so many game nights. Like we just kept having game nights. I think by the 3rd or 4th game night, we had all like walked to McDonald's or something. It was like really close. And me and him were like walking there like the whole time, like going there and stuff. And then I remember one of my best friends, Val, she literally like, they ordered like a meal together or something like that. I don't know. Cause I think I wanted like a hamburger and they wanted nugs. I don't really know. But I remember getting so mad. And so like she had to sit by him and stuff. And the whole time Ryan was like pissed cause he was like, no, I want to sit by Audrey. Like this did not work out how I wanted it to. I don't know. Then we were coming on our way back from McDonald's. I swear this is like an important story. But we were coming back and we really liked each other. And we had made, I think at that point, like we still hadn't gone on a date yet, but we were like, we both knew we liked each other, right?
Yeah.
And but I remember like coming back and then one of my other sorority sisters was just like, oh, you have the Wolvie crush? That's cute. We've all been there. And I was just like,
do we like her? Yeah. Because I hate her.
I don't know.
I almost said effing hate her.
That made me like really, really upset. And it was a girl too that I was really close with. But like, I don't know. She definitely like knew all of those guys and stuff. Like she was really good friends with them. So I was very intimidated.
I found out she's tries too hard to be a bra girl. I can already tell you right now.
I found out later that because I found out later that the reason she said that comment was because Ryan was actually talking to one of her best friends. So like,
but that was okay. We're gonna get there.
We're gonna get there. But anyway, so I was just like defeated, like I was crushed. I I knew that a lot of people like thought he was nice and like a good guy and stuff, but I didn't know, like, I don't know. So I was just kind of like, okay, whatever. But we ended up meeting up again, and then we made plans for our first date and like all of that. But the funny thing was, I found out later, basically Ryan was kind of in the same boat as me. He was just like, you know, I'm over it. Like, I'm done trying to find a partner or whatever. And he was just like, his mom, I think, had said, you know, why don't you just like talk to a bunch of girls? Like, there's no harm in, you know,
just like meeting a bunch of people.
Just meeting a bunch of people. It's like, as long as you don't take things far or whatever, but like just talk to people, try to find someone you like, whatever. So at the time, I think he was like, it sounds bad, but I think he was like texting like 10 girls or something. But it wasn't like.
Is that bad?
His intent wasn't like malice at all. Like, he was talking to them like as a friend, and if anything were to come from anything.
Also, texting someone means, I'm sorry, but texting someone doesn't mean anything.
Anyway, so he was texting actually quite a bit of girls whenever we met, and one of them was the girl that made that comment. It was her, like one of her best friends, and he was also kind of a little bit more serious with her too. Like, I think they'd been on a date or something. So like, I get the comment, but it was still like crushing. But anyway, baby, I won, because we made plans to go on our first date, and then after that date he like stopped texting everybody. He was like, nope, she's it, like, she's the one. Anyway, so crazy. But I have to talk about the date too. So we had made plans to go on the date, and it was literally like the whole sorority house knew that I liked this guy, and you know, and they were all like super excited for me and stuff. But for our first date, they literally were like, we were all having lunch together, and then they were like, snap, no, let's do like an Elwood situation. So we had this big grand staircase in like the entrance of our house, and they all lined the staircase, and whenever Ryan walked in, they went, yay! Like, they were like clapping and stuff, like freaking out, and the whole time I could tell he was like so uncomfortable by it, and I was just like, okay, thanks guys, let's go, and like flipping him off as I'm walking out the door. But it was still really cute, and kind of like, it's special when you look back and think about it, but I was like mortified. Anyway, we had our first date. We got like burgers and shakes and stuff, and it went really, really well. But then right after that, I think that was the day that spring break started. So I remember I was coming home. I remember coming back, and I would love to hear your perspective on it, but I remember like going up to my mom and be like, yep, I'm going to marry this kid. Like, I just know I'm going to marry him.
No, I remember too, because, okay, so from my perspective in my memory, here's what happened. Audrey didn't tell me that whole thing that just happened. She gave me like a very short, which is crazy, which must mean like now obviously you're like spilling all the details. I had no idea about the McDonald's thing.
Really?
I didn't know that you guys were on your lawn and they drove by.
Oh, you didn't know that? No, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and with that too, apparently one of his guy friends was just like, I want to hang out with the hot alpha guys or whatever. And so he was being like a little bitch boy. And then so that's when Ryan was just like, do you guys want to have a movie night or a game night? For one of his friends too. Just kind of funny.
That's funny and cute. Anyways, no, so she came home. Also, we've talked about this before, but like Audrey talking about her like high school relationships. So I wasn't there for like the one kind of like bad one in college.
It literally lasted a week, but it was not great. Yeah,
and you didn't really tell me much about it until like later on anyway. So anyway, so the only experience I know with like Aud's dating is like the guys that we went to high school with, and like obviously like none of that panned out for good reason, and it wasn't a bad thing, but it's just like the only dating thing that I knew from you was just like the people you dated in high school. And so she comes back from spring break and she's like, oh my gosh, Courtney, I really like this guy. And
I think when I came back for spring break, we had probably hung out for game nights like 4 or 5 times.
And you went on one date.
Yeah.
Okay. So
and we would text every day. Yeah.
Right. So she just had one date, but she's like I don't know why, but Aud, you were not telling me like all this. I think maybe like it was probably like back when you were still like scared to like, here's how I am. If I like somebody, like if I'm talking about them all the time until we're dating, if I'm dating somebody, it's different. But like while I'm still talking to somebody, the people I like more, I talk about less, because like I just don't want to like, I don't want to be like, I like oh my gosh, I really like them, and then it just like not work out. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but I feel like she was just telling me like a little bit, and then I forgot what you said, but you were like, you asked me something like, well, what do you think? Like, do you think he like likes me? I'm like, I think so. Yeah. Why would he not? And you're like, well, because like you said one thing that you were like scared about, and I was like
texting me, like he wasn't texting me or something,
and I was like, well, I don't know. I was like, is he like a douchebag? Like, and so from my brain, because I'm like, okay, well, Audrey's dated some douchebags, and I'm like, I don't know this guy, and he's like in fraternity, like I don't know, like I've never met him or anything, and I'm like, kind of being protective friend. I'm like, just don't be like too, don't be too invested till you know. Like, I was just so scared. But he, like, literally, that was me kind of like being a barrier, I felt a little bit.
So one of Ryan's like definitely weakness, well, not a weakness, it's honestly a blessing, but whenever he's with people that he cares about, he won't text or whatever.
Right.
So he was back home for spring break with his family that he like loves so much. So he wasn't texting me as much because he was spending time with them. And the whole time I was just like, this guy doesn't like me. Like if he liked me, he would text me. And so
yeah. And so she's saying that and I'm like, I don't know.
I had an amazing date. And then I had to like go back to Courtney and be like, well, why doesn't he like me? And
well, she was literally like, we were texting every day and now I haven't heard from him. And I'm like,
and it was after our date.
Right. And I was like, so, I don't know. Like,
also after our first date, he didn't try to lean in for a kiss. He told me later, like he wanted to kiss me, but he didn't want to be like, take things too far.
I'm so like not
but
kiss
also,
on the first date. If that's totally
but
fine,
I am kiss on a first date. And so I was also like, okay, well, like he didn't kiss me. Like it must be just the worst date. I don't know. So the whole time I was just really nervous because I thought it went really well. And also too, I remember I had kind of changed our plans a little bit. Like he wanted to do like this all day kind of date situation, like where we would get lunch and then like he would take me like somewhere else and like just like kind of a longer thing. But I had to drive back for some reason at like a certain time. I don't know if I wanted to get back before it got dark because I was like driving home for spring break. But I kind of like canceled part of our plans basically. So I was like, he's probably mad because like I only
either way you can come up with a million reasons. If you think someone doesn't like you or someone's not interested, like it's not hard to imagine reasons that aren't true. I'm just saying like you can just think of like a million things.
Yeah. But anyway, but no, everything was fine. And I remember, and I came back and we had made plans. Like the night that I came back, he came over for like movies. And it was kind of fun too because like nobody was in the sorority house. Like it was basically just me and one other girl there because they hadn't come back from spring break yet. I think I had like work the next day, so I had to come back a day early. And we had like we watched movies all night and stuff. And it was just like, I remember it was so cute because it was to the point, obviously we've never been like physical at all to each other, not even like holding hands or anything like that. And I remember us, like, we watched, like, 2 movies, and we were just, like...
And then you scooted in?
And then he did the whole, like, arm thing or whatever. Like, I don't know. And then it was just, like... I think after that initial moment, it was just, like, good after that. And, like, we were comfortable after that.
Right. It's like once you break the barrier right there. Like, once you... Yeah.
But anyway, so then just things started, getting better. We started hanging out more. We would also host... Like, we kind of, like, hosted game nights because we, like, liked each other. But we still loved the game nights. Like, everybody loved the game nights. But, like, the whole time they were like, Audrey and Wolf... And, like, they call him Wolvie because of his last name or whatever. That was his nickname. And they're like, Audrey and Wolvie. And, like... I don't know. It was really fun. And so we were dating and stuff. And then he asked me to be his girlfriend. I think we met late February. So it was like about a month of dating. Like all of March, we were basically like dating and together and stuff, but we weren't official yet.
Were you like stressed and like wanting him to ask you to be his girlfriend?
I like wanted him to ask all the time because I was already in love with him before he asked me to be his girlfriend. Because, like, that whole month, like, the whole month of March, like, we were together, like, all the time.
I don't think that's weird, by the way, at all.
No, I think we actually met, because it was right after Valentine's Day. I think it was, like, maybe February, like, 18th or something. Ryan will know. I don't remember. But yeah, the whole month of March, like, we were together pretty much every day and always hanging out and stuff. And I think we'd already been intimate by that point and stuff, too, definitely. So we were like very close, and, but the night that he asked me to be his girlfriend, he basically, I think it was a Friday night and he was like, yeah, like wake up at 2 a.m. Like I'm going to take you somewhere. And I was just like, what? And he was like, yeah, go to bed at like 6 or 7, wake up at 2 a.m. I'm going to take you somewhere. And I was like, cool, to murder me? And he was like, exactly. So, I remember like laying in bed like before the night, and I just thought we were going to go do like a fun adventure thing. I had no idea what we were going to do. And the whole night, like I couldn't sleep because I was just so excited. And then I texted him. I was like, hey, are you up? And he was like, yeah, I'm so excited too. Like just come over. And I was like, okay. So I came over to his house and we were just hanging out until 2 a.m. And then we got in the car and we drove to this like mountain, basically. It's called Whitaker's Point. But his plan was, he was like, yeah, we're going to, wake up, drive there, walk through the dark. So I literally had to walk through the dark forest in the middle of the night, pitch black, for an hour to get to this bluff or whatever. And then once you get there, like the sun would rise, and his plan was he was going to ask me to be his girlfriend at that point.
He is one. Yeah, he's.
So we did, and I said yes. And then, and it was really special. Definitely very special.
Top 10.
But it was funny then afterwards too, because we both not slept. He was like, I will kill us if I get back in my car, so I'm gonna take a nap really quick. And I was like, okay. Cool. But it was a crazy day because we were both like slap happy, tired, like exhausted. But it was really special for sure.
Oh.
And that's how we became boyfriend and girlfriend.
Well, and that's not even like, that's how you guys like, I don't know, like your whole life changed after that.
Yeah.
Like the whole course of your life.
Yeah. So then he asked me to be his girlfriend April 1st of 2016. That sounds right. Yeah. Because, yep. Yeah, 2016, sophomore year, second semester, sophomore year, 2016. And then we just dated and everything was going super well and everything. But then it got to a point where we were like, I was already in love with him before he asked me to be his girlfriend. And so I think it was like, it wasn't until like May, I think, that we actually said that it was right before we left. It wasn't summertime yet. We said, there's the dogs. We said we loved each other before we went home for summer. So I guess it was like another month of us like not saying it to each other. And it was funny because whenever we actually did say it, we were driving and I think I had made fun of a song that he was listening to or something.
Like he was trying to play like cute songs. No, I remember because he told me this. And he was like, yeah, I was like trying to play like cute songs. So I like wanted to tell her that I loved her. And I was like trying to play. And you're like, he said you farted in the car.
No, that's when we got engaged.
Okay, never mind. Then he said you were like,
no,
let's listen to some rap or something like that.
No, that was when we got engaged. Yeah, you're messing up the stories.
Sorry.
You're messing it up. Get out. No.
But sorry.
I'm just kidding. No, but we were driving around and he was listening to music and he was like, do you like this song? And I was like, I don't really know. Not really. Okay. And he was just like, oh, funny. The last girl I dated didn't like my music and we broke up. And so I was like, what? And so I got really quiet and he was like, what's wrong? And of course we were not good communicators at that point because we had just started dating. And I started bawling. And he pulled over. I remember
this part, but I thought the other part happened first. That was a different story. Sorry.
But he pulled over in front of Bass Pro Shop of all places. And I was like hysterical. I was just like, no, you don't like me, whatever. Because I loved this kid at this point, you know. And he was just like, no, like obviously I wouldn't break up with you. Like I love you or whatever. And then that's when we said we loved each other.
Not dramatic at all, though.
Not dramatic at all. But it is funny. I wish it was happier circumstances, but I literally thought he was going to break up with me whenever he said he loved me.
Hey, whatever.
It all works out for the best, but...
Boys be saying stuff sometimes, though, and they just don't understand. They don't realize.
But anyway, and then we went home for the summer, and we only lived 2 hours away, so we would go and see each other, like, basically every weekend and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we kept dating, and then we got engaged, and...
Yep.
We moved in together first, then we got engaged, and then
I feel like we kind of add on to the story sometimes too, because I feel like there's like a bunch of like your engagement was kind of like a whole thing, and so was like you guys moving down here and then getting married. Audrey's whole wedding day is a whole episode, honestly, for me.
We could do that
because that was like honestly the best day of my life. I say that. I am not kidding. One of them. It was in the top 10.
It was really fun.
It was in the top 10. I mean, of my life, regardless of everybody else. Like, it was such a fun day. It was so much fun. I mean, it was because of you guys. It was because I was, like, literally so pumped and so happy for you. Yeah. And it's just, I don't know. It was so fun. It was amazing.
But, yeah, but it's fun to look back, definitely. Like Courtney was saying earlier, like, I do wish I could be a fly on the wall sometimes with those situations. It's, like... Just going through the first and everything again, I think it would be really special. But I'm also very happy where I'm at now. Like, never been more comfortable or in love.
There's something to say about comfort, though, and just stability. Like, there's something so comforting, and like, it's a different type of love. But it's honestly, it's better. It's just fun to talk about those old times.
Yeah, and just how, like, stupid and naive we were.
Yeah, because you're just like... Ugh. It's just so funny the things that you would do. That's my thing. It's just like the things that you would do to like, I don't even know. Just like, I feel like my thing is I'm going to cringe so hard one day because it's like I just love making people laugh. Mm-hmm. And so I'll do like anything for a laugh. And that's why I feel like I get really like that whenever like I'm new in a relationship where I'm just like all over the place.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And that's probably going to like be very embarrassing one day maybe.
Nah, it'll be fun. That'd be a good time.
I mean, I'm not embarrassed by it yet. I'm just saying at what lengths.
Yeah. No, but it was fun. I very thankful that I got to meet Ryan in college. And it definitely, I think he shaped me into a different person for the better, for sure. Like, I'm way more confident now. And I think, obviously, I think I would still be as confident if I met him later in life and stuff, you know what I mean? But it was nice that I feel like I really did start enjoying college and stuff after I met him because he was more social and a lot more fun than I was in college. So like I remember being like friends with all the fraternity guys and going to like their dates, you know, things or whatever. I don't know. It was just all around. I just thought it was just a really fun time.
Yeah, because like you had your group of friends and people you knew, and then he had his, and like there's so many people that Ryan's friends with now that Audrey is still really, really great friends with.
Yeah.
Like from his fraternity or from his college years and stuff like that. So it's like it opened up a whole new group of friends and like people that you met now through him too. That's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And it was just, it made everything more comfortable and more fun and stuff. I didn't have to, even though I was trying to not date anybody and I was like, no single girl swag. Like I remember saying single girl swag all the time. Like I was like, I don't care. But it was nice having someone and not really not caring because I could go to a party and just be like, I'm just here and I'm going to enjoy my time. I don't have to try to look cute or like I remember I go to so many parties and I would literally be like in an oversized t-shirt and like jeans or whatever. And then there'd be girls in like tube tops and I'm just like, don't give a rip anymore. Like, I think that's transcended to how I am now as well.
Yeah.
There could be a lot of parallels with that.
Definitely.
I don't know. But anyway, that's
well, thanks for the story time. Honestly, it really brightened my day.
Good.
I was like literally giddy, like listening to it.
Yeah, it's definitely fun to look back. I would love to get Ryan on the podcast again too, just to kind of talk about his perspective.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because I think it would be very interesting. I think he can bring a lot of details too that I probably missed for sure. Mm-hmm. Or just like little fun.
I would love for like, but I'm like, yeah, okay, Ryan, you tell the story, and Audrey, you can't say anything.
Yeah.
Because you're like, or, oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's hilarious. Well, thanks for tuning in.
Yep.
Guys. And
go eat some Dove chocolate.
And if you don't, yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah. And what's so weird? The little things they have written in them.
Yeah. Go eat some Dove chocolate and
then DM us the message inside.
Yeah. It would be a swell time.
It's always like a fortune cookie, but bad. Anyways. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
We're
the
girls
of
95.
Later.
Bye.